Why is it that some Black immigrants have issues with Black people? I don't understand that. I ran across this video that didn't make sense to me, and I'm trying to figure out what is the problem with these Black immigrants that seem to have problems with Black people. First of all, you're an immigrant, you're a Black immigrant. If you're over here in the United States, all well and good. But why do you have issues with Black people, Black Americans? I don't understand that. The video was it was pretty wild. And some of the things that they were saying, to me, it's like, it seems like it's got to be something much deeper for them to have issues with Black people. And some of them were like, one said something about, Black people are sitting up here waiting for a handout. Who is sitting up waiting for a handout? Who is doing that? And then another one had the nerve to say something about, if you don't like it, leave and go somewhere, go on an island. No, you go to an island, because first of all, you're an immigrant. You go back to where you came from. Why are you talking this nonsense about Black people? But anyway, you all check this video out.
Let's talk about what foundational Black Americans are. So the term refers to a concept coined by activist and filmmaker Tariq Nasheed. It's used to describe Black individuals in the United States who are descendants of African people enslaved in the U.S. prior to the abolition of slavery in 1865. Here we go. I want to start off with you, Shelley.
My never to be humble opinion is that this movement is a way to further segregate and divide Black people, give me a second, and have these FBAs use this one as a good separation technique or a good segregation technique. Now, let me say this. I don't give a damn who you associate with, who you want to be called, or what group. I don't really care. But I think this particular issue is a way for, I'm going to say, maybe more conservatives to use as, oh, I'm separating myself because I am a slave or have ancestors that were slaves or whatever. I don't care. Ultimately, I am a foundational Black American. I was born here.
And, a lot of people talk about being separate and all of this other stuff. Well, look, you could do that now. Find yourself an island in the South Pacific and just go be separate. But most people don't even know how to feed themselves without a supermarket. So that's something that would break down very quickly.
Now, these foundational Black Americans, the authority, whoever they are, I've never heard of such. And no, you may not claim me in your group, just because I happen to be born an American, right? Born an American with beautifully melanated skin, but American nonetheless, right? We're not going to start dividing ourselves into these little pockets that make it easier for people to take advantage of other people.
And let me tell you something, I'm sick of FBAs, okay?
I'm sick of them too. I'm just sick of people begging all the damn time.
Yeah. You can actually walk down Baltimore and step in human feces, and it's generally from an FBA, okay?
Okay, so the problem is they take issues with some people considering themselves being FBA, foundational Black Americans. Okay, so I'm going to be truthfully honest with you. I never even heard of that term until probably about maybe a year or so ago. But it's something that someone came up with. And my thing is, why do you take issues with Black Americans with this term? Everyone is not walking around here considering themselves FBA. Just because someone came up with this term. It's referencing people that have ancestors that were slaves. Okay, so it is what it is. Someone came up with this term. They decided to put it out there, but everyone don't fall in line with that. So This is the kind of nonsense that trips me out with people. People are, and when I say people, I'm speaking about these Black immigrants. Because for you all to take issues with Black people, Black Americans, because if they decide to go with this term FBA, you have an issue with it. But for you to sit up here and act like Black people are just so toe up and waiting for a handout, and like the one woman said something about somebody's taking a dump on the street. Who does that? No one is taking a dump on the streets. No Black person is doing that. Everyone has a place to go to use the bathroom. No one is just doing that in the streets. That doesn't make sense. People say the stupidest stuff about people that does not make sense. That doesn't even make sense for her to even make a statement like that. You know what I'm saying? That's something that people do over in third world countries if they have to take a dump in the middle of the street. And people are so stupid, and some of them can be so ignorant. But cut the nonsense out, because again, why do you have issues with Black America, Black people? Come better than that. Come better than that. Make it make sense. That right there does not make sense. Come up with something better. Come up with something better. And I'll see you all in the next video.